Hey traders, welcome to this channel and welcome. Today I am going to show you guys where price is likely to go next tomorrow so that you'll be able to analyze on your own end and determine the direction of the market more efficiently. And welcome to our daily market review. So, not wasting our time, I'll dive into the big deal for today. So, I call out this area on our monthly market review that I want to see price get to all the way to this level, which is the previous week low. And now we've seen that the previous week low has been taken on DXY. So the currency I'm currently analyzing is DXY. So we've seen that price has eventually take this low, and we have a weekly opening gap on both sides. So yeah, what I'm looking out for is price to revisit this opening price on the XY going in tomorrow. And for the record, this week is NFP week, and tomorrow is a good trading day. Tuesday, Wednesday is a good trading day, but Thursday might be rough, meaning that since it's pre-NFP, it might be rough for some kind tradable but not advisable for newbies. Then Friday is likely to be very volatile. And I would like to say that if we keep coming lower before Friday, then we are going to surely we are going to see price, maybe the cut rate and price will NFP will be bullish for dollar and be bearish for the other currency. So on the daily time frame, we see that dollar has taken this our sell side liquidity, which is our internal range liquidity, but we still have this our weekly draw, this our weekly draw in price where we are looking for price to come on a long time perspective. But focusing on tomorrow, I'm in support of euro coming back to revisit this opening gap if price revisit this area. But we have an opening gap here and we have another opening gap here, but I'm not totally in support of seeing price all the way back to this area. But if we do, that means NFP will have to take us all the way back here before we continue going lower. So let's go on the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour, we seen that the XY rally higher and come all the way back and close. Now, this is where it gets tricky. If before London session or New York we seen price already come for this previous day low, then there is a higher chance we are likely going to see a reverse. But if we see a reverse already before New York, before London session, then there is high chance of seeing price continue going lower without retesting back to this our monthly turtle soup. Now, this is in conjunction with what we see on the daily time frame, which is this opening gap. I would like to add this opening gap here as well. Let's copy, paste in. So this opening price is as well, but it's not a weekly opening price, it's a daily time frame opening price. We might likely revisit that area. So if you go on a lower time frame, now we see this is the opening price, the opening price. So we might likely see price revisit this area, but I am not in support of seeing price come above this weekly consequent encroachment, which is the weekly candlestick consequent encroachment. So for DXY, what I'm in favor of two things. One, if price gets below this area, which is this previous day low, we take it before London session, then there is a higher chance of seeing London and New York move price all the way higher. Then if price begins to go higher before Friday, then more likely we are going to see NFP breakdown. But if price begins to go higher before NFP, then we begin to go lower and lower and lower before NFP, then there is a higher tendency of seeing price go up using NFP. And if we use NFP to price all the way back, then there is high chance we're going to see this monthly turtle soup, which is monthly TS, taking this particular high, which is the previous Friday high. We're going to see it taking, and price is going to come back all the way to this volume imbalance. So this is what I'm looking out for on the XY. But let me go to the 1 hour time frame, because the XY is very, very important when you are trying to project for the next day. Now, if you look at the XY on an hourly time frame, we've seen how price retakes to an order block here and use the other block to reprice lower, but nothing much was happening. And if you even observe closely, you see that the New York session did not do anything properly. And yes, of course, I only trade London session today because today New York is bank is closed. So today New York, there's holiday in New York, so it's US holiday and bank is closed and all. But I think more we are likely more to see price get to this area and go higher, more than to see price, go begins to go higher. So previous day low will be taken, then it will be a turtle soup, meaning it will just sweep the liquidity and start going higher, then use the London sessions to move the price higher. And if that is the case, we're going to see the reverse on euro. So now this is euro. I'm not going to spend much time here since we already know what the XY is likely to do. So using the perspective we see on the XY, we've seen that there is a smart money divergence between euro and the XY here. Euro did not take the previous, which is the buy side liquidity, but the XY did take the sell side liquidity. And if the SY is going higher, euro will be going lower. So on today, what do we see? Euro was going higher while the XY was going lower. Why? Because the SY is going lower. Now the SY, or dollar index, is the mover of the market. So if we want to use what we've seen from the dollar index, we can project that this candle week consequent engagement market might retest to it, then we've seen a lower price below the new month opening price. So this below previous day low. So we might likely see price get below um this low. So I'm in support of price getting below here. And before I even attempt any trade, I want to see what the dollar index is doing. Just like I've explained, if the dollar index takes that low, then I'm going to go the other route. Now on the 4 hourly time frame, this is where it gets more interesting. We've seen that on the 4 hour, we have our CRT candle here, which is this down close candle that take us all back to this fair value gap and other block. So on the 4 hour, we've seen that this shaded line is saying 4 hour fair value gap plus OB. So we have another block here coupled with a fair value gap, and we've seen that price has retest to it and we are moving away from it in today. But now this is what I'm anticipating. If dollar index actually go higher to take the 50%, then we are sorry, to take previous day low, then we are actually going to see euro maybe come all the way to the 50% of this CRT candle. So if you are CRT traders, we know that 50% of CRT candle is very, very lucrative to trade, especially this kind of enlarged candles. Now, then before we project for a lower prices below this new month's opening price. So what do I support most? I support price coming to the 50% and going lower so that NFP can take us all the way back up. Then this is the previous Friday low, which is our monthly total soup that I want to see price retest or sweep it before going higher so that it will give us more clear price delivery. Then on a lower time frame, which is the hourly time frame, we've seen what price really engage here. we see this is a relatively equal lows. That means there is a sell side liquidity rounding up here. But sorry, yeah, there is a sell side liquidity rounding up here, and majority of traders that took this buy are looking for price to get all the way back here, but we are going to retest before going. We are actually going for that buy side, but we see that the fuel or the drivers of the market, especially DXY, is weak on the drive. The movement of euro is not really that strong, but we are going to retest and recoup more liquidity so that we can price can deliver all the way back up. So if we look at this and compare this time frame, then we are going to see price come all the way back to this area before, which is the 50% of the um CRT. Let me mark the 50% of the CRT. We begin from here and ended here. So around this area, I am in support to see price get around this area, which is 1.17217, to be around this area. I want to see the high of the tomorrow formed before we go lower and take this area in New York session. So let's go to GBP. So similarly, if we look at GBP, we have an SMT divergence with euro, and GBP corresponds with the dollar. Despite that the dollar is going lower and GBP is going higher, GBP did take the buy side liquidity, which is this previous day, and on GBP the buy side liquidity is a CRT candle. So now, sometimes I like to mark it as CRT candle rather than buy side liquidity because it will help me reframe my price projection. So we've seen a price reject here, but now we are going to take previous day high, then maybe move a little bit higher and start coming lower. And again, we've seen there is an inefficiency already here, and there is another block forming around this area. So I want to see price come all the way back and retest it, and perhaps the NFP might likely drive us below here and take this monthly turtle soup before we go higher. So let's go to the 4 hour. Now on the 4 hourly time frame, we've seen same thing here. We've seen, okay, we have a fair value gap here that's already recouped and retouched. So that means we don't have to be afraid of price rejecting this area then. So this is the hourly time frame. We see how price delivered today. Now this is why I don't trade much of GBP except if I want to take long time trade. But yeah, GBP did do a nice trade here, and the London session was really not that clear to me during my trading hours. So let's go to BTC. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible because I want 15 minutes, but I think I'm above 15 minutes. But anyway, so BTC, I'm still in support of two things. I'm not engaging until I see price, what price is likely to do, because we see how Monday delivered, take Saturday and Sunday highs and all. You seek and destroy this, so it's not really good. But tomorrow, with what I'm looking at in price, since we've taken this low and previous Friday low, which is previous week low, I want this to be a turtle soup. I am projecting for this to be a turtle soup. Then tomorrow being Tuesday, I want to see price start pulling higher. So I want to see us or price starts pulling higher. So this is previous week low. So I want to see price starts pulling higher for more buy side, and this our monthly turtle soup. I want to see price retext to it. I did mention it on our monthly market review. This is our turtle soup, which I am projecting for price to come all the way back to. So for now, I still respect the fact that we might see price retest this area again and start going higher. There is no way BTC is going to be bearish tomorrow. Well, that's just me saying, but let's see what the market is likely to give us. But I hope with this you can go home with something. And if this is the first time you are stumbling on this channel, please do subscribe and ask your question on the comment section. Thank you. God bless you.